What's going on, guys? I'm Zach from the Lumios Post, where we talk about all things Pokemon. And today we're going to be talking about the newest legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Koraidon and Miraidon. And we're going to be talking about how these two may be more alike than we think. So obviously these two Pokemon are different Pokemon. This isn't like an Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, or Black 2, White 2 situation where the box legendary is just two forms of the same legendary, like White Kyurem and Black Kyurem, or Dawn Wings Necrozma and Dusk Mane Necrozma. Did I remember that right? You know, the Solgaleo Necrozma and the Lunala Necrozma. These Pokemon are two different Pokemon entirely. We know that because they have different names, Koraidon and Miraidon. However, I am proposing that these two Pokemon are actually one and the same, or are at least related. And we're going to talk about why. So first off, let's just look at their names. Their names are very similar. They both end in Rhydon. No, not that Rhydon, like R-A-I-D-O-N, Rhydon. Not the Pokemon Rhydon. These Pokemon share a similar name, and this isn't common for legendaries. Groudon, Kyogre, doesn't share anything. Xerneas, Yveltal, doesn't share anything. Solgaleo and Lunala actually do share something. They share a pre-evolution. But again, they don't even have similar names. They want them to be different. But these Pokemon having such similar names makes me think that they want to be similar. We see this in the past with Mewtwo and Mew sharing similar names. And guess what? Mewtwo's a clone of Mew. Dialga and Palkia have similar names. And while they're not related per se, they were some of the first beings created by Arceus to control two fundamental things, I guess, realms, pieces of our universe. So they kind of do really share something, you know, and it was even always speculated that they were once a piece of Arceus. But Miraidon and Koraidon, they also share names, so there's going to be more than just their two legendaries in the same game. They're going to be related somehow. Now, the first theory I'd like to propose is that they are the same Pokemon. Who's to say that there isn't a Pokemon that was influenced by the past, maybe even by a certain professor who raised it in the traditional ways? You know, it taught it how to hunt with its bare hands and, you know, fish with its bare hands, gather fruit with its bare hands, things like that. And so this Pokemon eventually kind of grew into it and became Koraidon. Then we have another route you can take if you pick Violet version, where this Pokemon was introduced to technology and it was even innovated into it. You know, it got to learn how to utilize these things for its own. It became advanced, technologically advanced, and it became Miraidon. Maybe these are the same Pokemon, and just in Scarlet, it was influenced by the past, and in Miraidon, it's influenced by the present, or the future, rather, innovation. Or maybe this is a Pokemon that evolved in this way. So it was something that came before Koraidon and before Miraidon, and it evolved into Koraidon because it was raised in the ways of the past. Or it evolved into Miraidon because it was raised in the ways of the future. Think of this very similar to Eevee, who has multiple evolutions depending on how it's raised. You know, if you raise it with your friendship in the daytime, it's Espeon, but if you expose it to some moss in a forest, it's Leafeon. Or to give an example that hits a little bit closer to home, we have Cosmog and Cosmoem, who evolve based on the universe they're set in. So maybe there's something there. We know that time travel or quantum mechanics all kind of play into the whole multiversal theory, and they are probably definitely in this game, as pointed out by Kayla's Capsule, which, if you haven't seen her video on this, you absolutely have to check it out. I'm being modest. It definitely is in this game. Kayla proved it in this video, so again, be sure to check out that video on why this is the case. With those mechanics in play here, we could be looking at some time travel, multiversal, alternate timeline type scenarios where, again, a Pokemon becomes Miraidon or becomes Koraidon based on the universe it's set in. Personally, I think this will be the case. I just don't know if it'll be a thing of like an evolution, like Cosmoem evolves into Solgaleo or Lunala, or if it'll be a thing of there's this one Pokemon that's kind of a very bland design, that it's kind of very basic, very present, and it's supposed to represent the present, and it's influenced to take on a certain form that gives it its name. And again, I know I said these Pokemon are two distinct Pokemon, but this wouldn't be the first time we see two Pokemon be just forms of each other, but have different names. If you look at Vulpix, Vulpix is called Vulpix, but Alolan Vulpix used to be called Kyo, and it's still called Kyo by some Pokemon, or people, sorry. But yeah, so we kind of can see that sometimes forms are given different names, and maybe that could be the thing here. Maybe a big twist of the game is finding out, oh, you know, these two are actually the same Pokemon. We're just calling them two different things. And we were wrong about that. They're the same Pokemon, you know? That could be a really interesting twist, but I do kind of have some more on twists and story and stuff later. And on that note, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. We will be talking about all things Pokemon, and that, of course, includes Scarlet and Violet stuff. That, of course, includes the Legendary. I'm planning a video later this week on kind of the story and my theory about how the story will go. So you definitely want to make sure you don't miss that. So again, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Before we close out, be sure to also drop in the comments below which version you'll be picking, aka which Legendary is your favorite, and why that is. Until next time, I will see all of you later.